One night, two towns. One close to New Orleans, Metairie, and one close to Atlanta, Conyers. They sound like the same story. They sound identical. You're going to have to take a double look on this going, Colin, are you sure you just did not get the same story from two different versions in two different cities? No, these are two different stories that happened on the same night. Stories of large groups of black people on crime sprees. They run into the cops. All of a sudden there's gunfire. People are fleeing. People are in unbelievable danger. All because defying the cops. All because crime is the new black entitlement. And we're seeing these more and more and more and more. Let's get started down in Metairie.
Jefferson Sheriff's Office had a chaotic night after a group of teens led deputies on a chase that included gunfire on what normally is a very busy street to the heart of Metairie. Katie Steiner has been covering this story for us all morning long, and this was kind of a bizarre one.
Yeah, it was absolutely. And it was decently complicated as well because there are those three different scenes and they all had gunfire at them. So it started in Metairie. This is West Esplanade and Severn. So someone saw a group of teenagers early in the morning pulling on door handles. They called police. Jefferson Parish Sheriff's deputies went out there. They found that group of teens. They were 13, 16, 17, 18, and 19 years old. All of them then hopped in a stolen red car. It was reported stolen from New Orleans. Then they ran over two police officers. They had very minor injuries. They exchanged gunfire at that point, and then the car drove off. So deputies followed. The car took them down Veterans. And then around Cleary, the suspects started shooting at the deputies out their window. Then the suspects led deputies all the way to the end of Veterans. And this is where the road just kind of ends. There's a levee there. The suspects got out because they had nowhere else to drive, and they tried to run. JPSO caught all five of them, and here's video of one of them getting arrested. This is the 19-year-old. Police dogs helped the deputies find him hiding in a boat in an industrial park nearby.
Well, the search is on tonight for 8 teenagers accused of going on a burglary and robbery spree in Conyers that evolved into a wild car chase with police. Police say at one point they threatened one of their victims with an AK-47. The kicker? They got away. Ron Jones explains how.
A burglary caught on camera. A car chase. A police pit maneuver. A foot chase, all caught on camera.
It all started right here at this Texaco.
Conyers police say before their notorious crime spree, 8 teenagers were fueling up with gasoline and refreshments on Sigmund Road and Old Covington Highway. Early Wednesday morning, they allegedly burglarized 18 neighborhood cars and were looking for more victims when a lady heard the commotion and called 911.
The caller advised that kids were breaking into her vehicle.
The caller confronts the teens.
When they saw her, they pointed a weapon at them.
Right when they pointed the gun at her, officers show up with emergency lights flashing. The teens then pile into 2 cars and the high-speed chase is on.
90 miles an hour.
Within minutes, one suspect vehicle crashes. But watch what happens next. A bunch of teens bail out of the wrecked car and run to the other waiting getaway car. The officer then does a classic pit maneuver by slamming into the back of the suspect vehicle. But the driver regains control and is now speeding on the wrong side of Sigmund Road. The suspect vehicle packed with teens then gets on the right side of the road again and hits I-20 westbound. All this while giving it more gas and becoming more reckless. The chase becoming too dangerous for the public, the officer lets the alleged criminals drive to freedom. But this is what they left behind.
AK-47, pistol butt instead of a shoulder stock.
This is what the teen allegedly pointed at the lady.
These aren't kids. They may be 14, 15 years old, but they're dangerous felons.
And police say those teenagers are still on the run tonight, and the vehicles they were driving...
So here's the question we hear a lot. Well, Colin, is this happening more often, or are we just hearing about it more often because we have all this great video now? I don't remember this kind of stuff happening. I do not remember this defiance these threats against the cop. I don't remember running gun battles with cops. I don't remember routine criminal activity that just happens all the time, and everybody looks at it as if, well, that's just the way we roll down here in Metairie and New Orleans and Conyers and Atlanta. Don't know why you're making a big deal about it, Colin. We're kind of used to it. Isn't that normal? Well, you can answer that question better than I can, as long as you don't answer it in a way that makes the black kids angry.